Hello guys and welcome to another video. It's patch notes time. This one we actually have a lot of things to go through, and also I have a lot of memes to review at the end. So as always, I just tell you, we're going to review the patch notes in three phases. It's going to be first, we're going to talk over the things that are getting added, then we're going to go in depth about them, and then we're just going to give our opinion about it, and then there's memes. That's the format, and let's go. First, and the biggest part of this update is going to be Expedition. Expedition is going to be a huge update, but unfortunately, there are some drawbacks to it, but we'll go over them in a second. The first thing that changed from the original thought they had of Expedition is in Expedition, you're going to be earning posters from Hunt. As you do hunts, you'll earn posters, or your friends can earn posters, and then can invite you and your friends or your guildmates. The mainly thing that changed is the guild members or friends thing, because it used to be, well, everyone thought it was going to be guild content. It got announced as guild content, where you could use 6 of your guildmates to clear this, but people changed from guild content only to friends and guild content only. So basically, your friends or your guildmates, they're going to get posters, and you're going to be able to invite people into that raid or this expedition, yeah, and you're going to try to clear it, and you only have 3 goes at it. The icon location is going to be right above the Garo, but you can also access it from the Hunt menu. As you can see from Hunt menu, you have the expedition icon right there. The expedition is going to be held on a monthly basis, meaning that it's going to be every single month, and the rewards that you'll get for it is going to be every single month as well. Unfortunately, the really bad part of this is that it costs energy to go through, and there's 3 difficulty levels. On each poster, you can do 3 runs, 3 difficulty levels, but the thing is, you will need to clear the easiest difficulty first, and then the normal, and then the hard. So it's not like you can go hard right away. Wink, wink. These are going to be the wanted posters that are going to be available for the first part of this event. These are going to be the boss monsters, and each boss monster has their own type and their own little perks and things that you need to take into them to actually maximize your damage count. You'll be getting these posters from Hunt 8 and above, and you can hold up to 5 posters. If you have posters of monsters that you actually don't want, you can also throw them out, but you won't be able to recover them until you actually get more posters. But in the end, you'll have the posters, you'll activate the expedition, invite your friends or guildmates, and then you'll be able to embark on all of these. You may have multiple posters at once, and each one of them will cost you energy, and that's going to be the main thing that's going to be of criticism here. It's going to be more energy just for reforged materials, when in the end we still don't know if it's going to be good enough. As you can see here, when you create the expedition, you can start inviting your friends after you created it. As I confirmed earlier, up to 6 people can participate in each expedition, and you can get expedition by being invited to one. So you don't necessarily need to drop all these expedition scrolls to actually be able to do it. As by getting invited, you also get to participate, and you get to get the rewards from that expedition as well. Things to note is you get rewards by doing an attempt on the boss, meaning if you spend your energy, you will get something, but the main rewards that you'll be getting from the boss, or the bigger part of the better rewards, they're going to be when you actually kill the boss, and then you recover the rewards from it. Also noteworthy, you'll be able to set up expedition teams for each boss. So you'll be able to set up a team for each specific boss, and it's not going to take your team slots. It's going to be like a different menu where you'll be able to actually just put new units into a random team that will be able to, you'll just be able to use that team always against that boss, which is pretty good. You'll be able to participate on each expedition 3 times a day, and this goes for each scroll you might have, or each wanted poster you might have. Because if you have 5 of them, you can do 3 on each every day. So that's basically it. You'll be able to drown your energy right there if you want. If the expedition ends in the middle, meaning that you cannot kill the boss, after the timer of the boss goes off, you'll be the rest of his HP is going to be deducted, and you'll receive diminished rewards for it, but you'll still get something for participating in that boss. Another thing to note that has been confirmed on the stream is if you go into the expedition, you cannot quit out of it and try again, just like you do in Hall of Trials. It is a fight where if you go in, it's going to spend your resources, it's going to give you the points that you have, and that's going to be about it, because this is all about limited entries and all about that how many points you can actually do in run without having the optimization of retry. When you finish your expedition, you'll be able to receive the reward in this menu because the boss will be dead, and you'll be able to click receive reward, and then you'll actually receive those rewards like this. You'll get points earned and you'll receive a success reward, and these points are the ones you'll actually need for completing the bar for this. Each boss has its own bar with rewards. Mostly the most wanted rewards here are going to be the manifestation stones, because those are hard to acquire, but you'll be able to acquire 50 of them at every 200 level of the expedition on each one of them. So if you do these expeditions evenly, you'll be able to get to 200 in about. So after you kill 5 of these boss monsters, you'll be able to get 50 manifestation stones for it. So if you do 5 clears of each scroll on each guy, you'll be able to get 150 overall manifestation stones, which in the end is going to be pretty handy. So, and you also get the conversion gems, which is also very, very good because you don't have a lot of places to get it out from. Other than that, remember, it's going to be monthly rewards, and then we have the Neexceed Sanctum Zone 5. This might not look very exciting for you right now, but this is more exciting for some new players and actually like some endgame players too, because this new Labyrinth zone is going to have gear in golden chests. And this gear is actually pretty good, okay? It's level 78, but it has stats of 85 in terms of main stat. It will roll lower than normal 85 gear, but it's still perfectly suited because it has really good stats on everything, okay? This time they didn't really try to screw us up with effect resistance. This time these gear pieces are actually really good. So it's basically 4 pieces of destruction set and 2 pieces of crit chance set, meaning that if you put this on a DPS unit, you have a really high chance that this unit's going to be very well geared. So that's really good. So after this we have 2 EEs, one for Cowrick, one for Aravi. The Aravi one I think is good, but not very overwhelming. But the Cowrick one is really nice because not only did he come out with an artifact that gives you crit chance at the beginning of a match, now they're gonna give him more crit chance with a EE that goes up to 12%. Okay. Also, he's gonna grant self attack buff after he does S2. We still don't know if it's after or before because it doesn't say. Normally when it doesn't say it's before, it's normally after, but if it's actually before he attacks, it's actually pretty overpowered. And then the rest is just he does hit chance decrease on S3 or 20% more damage on S3. So honestly, I think the Cowrick is the superior one, but we can go over the Aravi. It gives attack and gives 40% chance to dispel a debuff when she does S1, or 35% chance to burn for 2 turns when she does S1, or increase stun chance by 10%. So it's good, but it's not as good as Cowrick's one. So this is kind of good because this means that the last EEs are now going to be able to show up in the shop, and that's actually going to be pretty good because if we were kind of afraid that the next EE were going to take very long and we would not be able to craft the ones that came out recently. So that's that. All right, side story also very good because this new side story is one of those with panels. So this is the part where we kind of save a little bit of energy. My recommendation on this is always try to get the tiles and try to refresh until you craft 2 phantasmas in the sanctuary. Honestly, that's the best one you can get. It's really easy to complete. So I would actually advise you to do your free 10 refreshes until you could get something really good, because spending energy here is the last thing you got to do because the energy hungry times are coming. Okay, it's gonna be pretty bad. And I can't pause. God damn it. Okay, I'm moving on because I can't pause the video. I can't pause the video, guys. All right, units coming out. There's going to be a banner for Araminta and Untitled Chapter, a banner for Ravi and Durandal, which we expected because her E came out, right? And also the season for the RTA is ending, and they're just gonna show you the rewards you'll get for it. Nothing really changed, really. You just still get the frames, the skin if you pass master, and that never changed. They do showcase the skin here with a bit more detail of in-game stuff. Oh, there's arena stuff as well. All right, the arena stuff is basically this. There's going to be a blind day, meaning that you won't be able to see people's names or points in a certain day of the week, which they actually disclose here. And this kind of helps the people that are trying to climb in RTA. When they're in legend in a really high rank, because in really high rank you always see the same people, but if you don't see their name, there's going to be a harder difficulty of you actually already knowing those units and just crushing them really easily. So there's going to be a blind day, which is going to be pretty fun. They're going to do some improvements to the overall look of the rankings, I believe, and they'll actually be adding a cap to the refreshes of arena, meaning that you'll be able to refresh every day the arena 30 times. Okay, this means that for the people trying to spam skystones to climb on the rush, they're only going to be able to do it 30 times that day. So this is kind of to stop the people that go arena rush on the last day to go from low champion to high legend. And this is basically the blind day look. You'll just it's just going to be very fun. You won't be able to see much other than all this. Okay, other than this, they're going to be readjusting the points you get with in higher ranks. I think they're kind of focusing on making this a better spot for legend players, because as you can see here, the new rules is going to be that in legend you're going to be winning 10 points for a win, 10 points for a defeat, and in champion as well. Previous to that, we would have this: 5 points for a victory, minus 15 for a defeat, and 6 points for a victory, and 14 for a defeat. This means that it's going to be so much easier to actually stay in champion now, because it's going to be kind of even, and you're still going to be earning more points in legend, in challenger. I mean, so you'll actually be fine. So this is actually a good change in my opinion, because champion is kind of annoying to stay in, just because it's kind of hard. Like, you gotta be very active for it to actually go through. I mean, basically, there's more packs as well, but we never really care about the packs and care to review those. But there's new packs, and there's some adjustments to the skill descriptions are going to change on some units. These are not actual buffs or anything. It's just some skill descriptions of units, and some artifacts are going to get changed, but it's not really a buff or anything. Also, they're going to split the notification settings from normal settings, and you'll be able to actually see it, like this. It's going to be in a little bit of an improved, UI, which is going to be kind of fun. I actually wonder if they actually add okay. This is actually pretty cool. You can disable the special effects of the touch, right? They'll never. By the way, guys, they'll never add the skip animations effect. Don't do that. It's just they're making sure that you can disable some effects to make running the game easier and less laggy for some people that have worse systems. Guys, this is about it. My opinion of this whole ordeal is. There's a new character as well, by the way. There's Mui. They didn't add it here, but there's a new character announced. She's called Mui. She's a warrior earth type unit. Her S3 strips 2 buffs and attack buffs. Her S2 has a 80% chance to stun and a lower chance to bleed. And her S1 puts a random debuff on the enemy, and her soul burn ignores effect resistance with S1. So she's just a super attack buffer. Her S2 is pretty good as well, but it always needs to be used after if you make her really fast, because otherwise you won't be able to strip. So it's going to be a strong unit. I don't think it's going to be like replacing any of the meta units that go first, but it's still nonetheless very useful. So we're going to go now towards the opinion of all this. I think this expedition thing is going to be a shit show. Even though the rewards for reforging are very good, the energy you'll require to actually complete this is monthly, and the bigger rewards you get are for the month, right? And that's good. But the amount of energy you have to spend on this, it's completely ridiculous and unheard of, okay? You'll be able to spend so much energy on this, where you could just be grinding Wyvern, okay? For me, grind Wyvern. Wyvern is probably going to be better off than this. The monthly rewards, they're always going to be better and they're going to be worth. But this is going to be a shit show. Not only is this going to actually be hard content, which is good for some reason, okay, but some bad. It's bad for another reason, right? Because you'll be able to you'll have to run this at max difficulty to get the most rewards, and you also be able to you'll have to have really strong friends or guildmates to be able to clear this effectively and fast. Otherwise, it's not going to work out, and you're not going to get those really good rewards that you get for killing the boss. So, in my opinion, this is not that great. Okay, it's going to be a very huge energy sink. I think they got to fix it because this is basically like each one of these runs for these 5 scrolls that you can do daily, they're going to be 20 energy a pop. I don't know how the free-to-play players like myself are going to be able to do anything in the game with this on, because you don't want to miss out on the reforge mats, especially for the manifestation stones, right? But at the same time, this is too much. It's too expensive. I don't agree with this. Okay, so on my opinion, this should not cost energy. This should be extra content that you'd be able to clear. And if you want to put an energy price on this, make it less than 5. This is crazy. Okay, the amount of energy you need for this, it is completely and absolutely crazy. I don't know how they're gonna make it so we actually have enough energy for this. I think this is gonna be skip content. I think this is like one of those things that someone's gonna make the math. Someone's going to realize that the chances that you get reforged mats are actually going to be better than Wyvern, and the community is going to deem this type of content completely useless, and they're going to completely skip it. I think this is what's going to happen. Maybe this is more efficient and that doesn't happen, but in my opinion, this is very, very costly. Okay, I don't think the gold you get from this is actually worth what I've seen from the video they showed on the stream. You get 10,000 gold for a 16 energy run. 10,000 gold for 16 energy. That is not worth it. That is not worth it at all. So there's a lot of things we need to consider as it comes out, but for me, it's a waste of energy. For the Nixium, I think this is a must get. I think a lot of players are going to be annoyed because if you guys don't know, clearing Labyrinth takes a lot of tokens. And a lot of people actually skipped the Labyrinth 4 because it didn't have anything interesting. And you need Labyrinth 4 to clear Labyrinth 5. So I think this is really good. But Labyrinth is kind of hard. That Labyrinth is actually kind of hard. Not all players are going to be able to get this, and the ones that do, it's going to take a long time because it's going to take a lot of tickets to actually get to all the chests. So I think this is good, but it's not going to be like, oh look, this gear set is really good. Let's get it in the first week. No, you're probably going to get it in the first month if you're doing this on basically a try hard, rate. I think the EEs are okay. I think her. I mean. She's kind of good already, right? But people don't use her too much, so anything better is a plus, right? For Karik though, I think it's really good. If you want to run him with a slow oxlots, you can actually grant attack buff. Well, actually you already could if you're going to use a self buffing oxlots, but I think he's EE is the best one. We still need to figure out if the attack buff is previous to damage or not. Otherwise, I still think the 20% damage is really good, or the hit chance to just cripple your enemy, depending on the situation. It's going to be really good. And the crit chance is always amazing, right? Because it makes it so much easier to build Karik fast and with enough crit chance. Side story, I love it. I love the last time they did this because we saved our energy and we still get the rewards. So very, very good on them on that one. So that was good. Aramintha, don't really care much for it. Ravi either, because I have both, but they're decent units. Aramintha is kind of bound to get another buff, but I mean she's kind of a burner stunner unit, and she works pretty well with Etika Scepter. If you put Etika Scepter on her and you put her on counter or something, she can get her S3 really fast because her S1 has a chance to reduce the cooldown of her S3. So she's a solid unit. Ravi is like a Ken, but somehow a little bit better. But she scales. She takes longer to scale than a normal fire Ken. A Reason Showdown, I mean, I'm fine with the shutdown. The skin looks kind of okay, even though they didn't really change the animations too much. It's just, it's like a sprite change. For a Moonlight 5-star skin that costs you an arena rank, they should have put a bit more effort into it, but the art's good, and the animation of the skill is just going to be meh. Blind Day is amazing for those high rank players that actually want to climb arena, and the reset is actually fine because you might think this cap might be annoying, but at the same time, 30 refreshes a day of arena. It is insane. No one does that. If people do this, they need to get capped, because this is 30, like 35, like it's basically you doing 90 runs of arena a day. It's crazy. If you do that, you shouldn't. You know, it's too many sky stones just to be on top. And honestly, it doesn't really tell you you're good. It just tells you that you were able to grind it up to legend or something, right? So yeah, that's basically my opinion. Other than the packs, is equipment packs always worry me, but as long as they're always like random and you're not really able to select many things from it, I'm okay for about it, right? But it is what it is. And other than this, that's basically it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's go into the memes, but I'm probably not going to review all the memes because I already spent way too much time on this part of the video. So let's review some memes just for fun. If you don't want to watch the memes, you're welcome to leave the video now. So let's do that. Alright, let's review a meme from Uberius. Native when luck is on his side. Native when it's not. I hope you choke on your own spit. Yeah, that's guys. If you haven't checked out my streams, I've been streaming in Discord just for my Discord people. And honestly, I get really salty when I lose, and I get better RNG on my side. So that's fair enough. Today we're gonna review some Uberius memes. Native after he gets killed by a stream sniper in RTA. That's that's pretty funny. Gotta say, that's pretty funny. All right. Going into RTA, notice your team is losing. 3 units die, and one who survives is your cleaver. Your DPS managed to kill everyone, but the tank who's now at low HP. Crow horse. Oh yeah, that's the story of everyone's life, really. Let's do a couple more. Sounds good. Actually, we already reached the end because we kind of skipped a bunch of them, right? So let's just go up a bit. Pavaru with him gear. Spaz with Pavaru gear. Oh, very nice. Pavel will not, like, native will not endure Pavaru. Psych! That's about the Spaz video. There's a lot of Spaz Pavel memes, as you can see here. Ungear Pavel memes. It's very, very good. I'll review the ones I missed here on another video. This video was already a bit too long. Sorry if it was a little bit confusing. I tried to make it really clear, but there's a lot of information, and the way they displayed it on the Epic 7 patch notes, it wasn't really well organized. So I gotta apologize for that, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe as always. And as always, the Discord for my link, the link for my Discord is gonna be in the description. So I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.